capture the flag.
Hey, what's up guys, Impulsion here. Welcome back to the official channel of Pulse Nex-TT-hreat. In this video you are watching it's a pre-scrim before Dallas against Team Envious. Our lineup is PLuTo, Flawless, MuTaTioN, and Vengeance, and their lineup is Proofy, JCat, Rambo, and Stainville. In this video also I'm giving you a recap. I'm going to commentate through it. Well, not commentate, but I'm going to give you a recap of what exactly happened at the Winter Championships this past weekend at MLG Dallas. So throughout March 15th to the 17th. So anyway, we flew in there on Thursday. Actually, no. Let me get to the online qualifier first. And in the online qualifier, as you guys know, if you've been following us, we didn't get a good ranking at all through the online qualifier. We had a really tough bracket in the online qualifier. We got matched up against Frico Impact in the first round. Lost to them, and then we went through the loser bracket for a bit, and we lost to another pretty good team called Vintage, which is consumes of a bunch of actually Call of Duty pros from previous games that have also made a comeback on this game. But anyway, they're going to COD Championships. They qualified, so that we lost to them 2-1 in the online qualifier. So going into Dallas, we didn't have a very good seed at all in the open bracket, which is unfortunate. And then we got placed in a very tough open bracket at the event with Complexity in there, Envious in there, ourselves. I think Soar might have been in there. I'm not too sure. Anyway, we got the stacked open bracket going into the event, which was unfortunate. Anyway, let me break down the event for you guys. We showed up there on Thursday. Actually, no, before I break this down, I want to give a huge shout out to Pulse Esports. They are our sponsor, and Pro Grips as well. They're both very very supportive at the event. Sorry for stuttering here. But yeah, Pulse Esports and Pro Grips, huge shout out to them. They're very supportive. And also a big shout out to Gaming Jerseys. They hooked us up with pretty sweet jerseys actually 2 days before the event. It was like a last minute thing. Anyway, so shout out to those guys. Anyway, so I'm gonna break down the event for you guys. We all showed up there, the whole team, on Thursday. We got a pretty good rest going into the event for Friday. We woke up Friday. We knew we had a big day. I don't think it started till 2 though, or 5, the actual event itself. But yeah, we walked around the venue. It was pretty cool. Walked around downtown Dallas. The city of Dallas is actually pretty nice. It's a lot better than where I live. I live in like close to Toronto, Canada, and we have snow on the ground right now, so it's a little upsetting. But anyway, Dallas itself is very nice. Anyway, so Friday we had to buy the first round. It was all on split screen, by the way. We had to get to winners bracket round 4 until we actually started to play full screen. And split screen is so different compared to full screen. Like the way that the sensitivity works, you don't get your kill feed. You don't get a like your HUD is very limited. When you're playing on split screen. But anyway, first we played, I think, we played winners bracket round 2, round 3 on split screen. We won both of those matches on the Friday night, and then we got matched up against Complexity, which is unfortunate. We winners bracket round 4. It's so early in the tournament to be put up against easily a top 3 team in this game. They had a bad event in Dallas. Like, they played pretty good, but I'd say they're definitely a top 3 team, even though they placed top 4. So anyway, yeah, we played them in winners bracket round 4, and first map was pretty close. We had probably our best start off on Slum's Hardpoint I have ever seen from our guys. I'm trying to think here. On the bad side too. Anyway, we took a pretty good lead off the start. We got control of the middle hill. We had some big plays by our guys. 2 pieces, 3 pieces. Like, the kill feed was insane for us. Like, our guys were just going off. We were focused. But it came down to simple positioning. It came down to anchoring. Too Quick he was going off in the anchoring department for Complexity. He's definitely like easily a top 3 anchor on this game. Which is why, like, he gives his teams the good spawns, and that's why Complexity is such a good hardpoint team. They've always been a pretty good hardpoint team, but with Too Quick they're even stronger because he's such a good anchor. So big shout out to Too Quick. Anyway, so yeah, hardpoint, we had a pretty good lead. It was a battle back and forth for a while, and then going into probably halfway through the match there, they ended up to start to run away with it. Like I said, they had really good positioning on the map, and they ended up taking that anyway. And then second map was Raid CTF, and Raid CTF was pretty close. Like, we almost went up 1-0 right off the start. They ended up getting a clutch return and countering, and they went up 1-0. And then we ended up countering, tying it up at 1-1. And then we actually got 4 down, I believe, and pulled. But on this game with the 5-second respawn, it's, you know, 4 down is not as much of a big deal as it was on previous Call of Duties. So anyway, we had a pull, and literally Flawless was dolphin diving onto the flag. We had the garage spawn. That's where our flag was on the second half. Flawless was literally diving, dolphin diving on to get our cap in order to go up 2-1. And somebody, I don't know who it was, threw a freaking Hail Mary grenade over Art. Which, if you guys know what Art is, it's the building close to the spawn by the garage. It's kind of a 2-story building. You can go up top and you got a window view over the circle, the raid circle. Anyway, someone threw a grenade over that from the ring off their spawn and killed Flawless. And then somebody like ran up the map. Anyway, we were so close. Like, Vengeance ended up picking the flag and then he got killed. Anyway, they got a clutch return and then countered on that play and scored and went up 2-1 and then started playing defense on their flag, getting score streaks. And they ended up winning. Like, people at the venue probably watched it, and they, in their eyes, they probably see a blowout 5-1 because they ended up getting like 4 or 5 caps. But after they went up 3-1 on us, our guys pretty much just gave up. Our morale went totally down. The team was kind of arguing a bit, not too much. Like, we just knew that it came down to that one clutch play they made in order, because it could have went both ways. If we would have got that flag, we would have played defense for score streaks. But they did that, and you know, props to them. They outplayed us. But like I said, it came down to that clutch grenade. And anyway, we went down 2-0 on that series, and then we went into the loser bracket, which we didn't end up playing until the next day. So the next day we woke up, we knew we had to we just had a longer road now. We had to come back from this early loss in the open bracket. We won our first match, sorry, and then we went on to play a pretty good team. As it consisted of a bunch of actually Black Ops pros from the Black Ops like 2011 or whatever. Anyway, they're pretty good players. We lost the first map, which was Hardpoint on Raid, pretty bad actually, and then the CTF. We won the CTF pretty handily. I can't remember which map it was on. I'm trying to think here. I think it was Standoff. Yeah, it was Standoff. And then Standoff S&D, and it was a pretty close match, and we ended up taking that. Flawless went huge for us. I think we went like 10-4. Big plays from PLuTo too. He clutched it like a 1v2 to win it. So yeah. Anyway, we won that, and then we went into playing Twisted Method, which consisted of Ricky, Solo, who is it? Study, and who was the last guy? Parrish. I believe they were a last-minute team that was put together, but they are really strong, like search players. They play the ICN tournaments and whatnot. Anyway, so everyone who's watched, I think, who knows the ICN tourneys, Ricky's always in them, and he's a good S&D player. Anyway, so first map, I think what was that? First map was Standoff Hardpoint. They took a really good lead on us actually, and near the end, like the halfway through the map, like in points, we rallied back and came back, and we lost that map by 10 points. It came down to simple things, and we didn't capitalize on them, and we lost by 10 points on Hardpoint. In CTF, they went up 1-0 going into the second half and started playing defense on their flag in the second half. Big plays by PLuTo and Flawless in the objective department. I think PLuTo had 2 captures, Flawless had 2 clutch returns and 1 cap. We ended up winning 3-1, and it was like MuTaTioN and Vengeance were getting the cuts and outslaying the other team phenomenally. So we ended up winning 3-1, and then he went into the S&D, which was Standoff. These are best in 3s, keep in mind. So Standoff S&D. And like I said, actually PLuTo earlier in the match is like, we have to 2-0 these guys. We cannot go into search against these guys, because PLuTo is actually, he plays a lot of the S&D tournaments on game battles and in the ICNs, and he knew how good these guys were in S&D, and he said we cannot go into the search. We will lose. And it's not that we weren't confident in our search game. We definitely didn't run over it as much as we probably should have before the event. We had a pretty decent search game, but nothing compared to these guys. They outplayed us. You know, I have to give them hats off. We won the first round, so it was looking good for us. But they had strats and whatnot that none of us have ever really seen. And we ended up losing 6-1, and that was the end of the tournament for us. So it wasn't like we lost to randoms. We lost to pretty good players, and you know, the best of threes killed us, to be honest. And also getting matched up, getting put in such a hard bracket, and getting matched up against Complexity in such an so early in the tournament. And it, you know, Complexity is a good team, but like I said, if we would have beat Complexity, we would have had to beat Envious, and then we would have had to play Farico actually after that. So yeah, that was the treacherous road we faced at Dallas. So yeah, as of right now, anyway, I'm going to leave you with this. As of right now, the lineup, I am pretty sure, is staying the same. I am not too sure. Vengeance is the captain of the team, and if there is a lineup change, he will be the one making that decision if that happens. Anyway, I can tell you this. We are coming back strong for MLG Anaheim. Nex-TT-hreat is coming back strong. That's all I can say. Anyway, please subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Thanks to those of you who have. Till next time, peace.